Yes, sir. Gray Rizzy, we out here right now. Shade 45. It's another grind setters. We keeping it in the city today, baby. Well, we keeping it in the city. We going out to Long Island, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Nanuet and all that, Rockland County. But look, Harlem's up in here too, man. We got CJP, New York City Rapstar, and Mafi in the building. Clap it up for him, man. There it is. Welcome to the showroom. Welcome to the studio. Welcome to Shade 45, fellas.
What's happening, man? How you feeling?
Appreciate y'all being here, man. I hear the music. I see what's going on. I want to jump right into it. We got this joint, 100 Murders in My City. Is that correct?
Well, that's 100 Murders, but the project...
The project. I'm talking about the project.
Yeah, 100 Murders in My City is the project.
So you're going to drop that next month sometime around Mother's Day, right?
Around Mother's Day.
What can we expect from that, CJP?
Oh, man. This real hip-hop, rap, creativity. We got some nice features on there. We got Benny Butcher on there. We got Graph. We got Spinny Siegel. We got Freeway. My man Mafi. Then we got some people y'all don't know about that's hard.
So hold up, you talking about lyricists, bro? You talking about some hip hop shit?
Yeah, I can't rap with nobody unless they got bars.
I'm glad you start off the show like that because people are like, they might be trying to get familiar. Like, who's this CJP guy? Wait a minute, he got this, he got that, he got this person, that person, and then we got Mafi up here as well, man. Now, Mafi, you're from the Bronx as well as Long Island and stuff, right? Yeah. I saw the part of the Bronx. Where exactly? Because you must be around 166, 169 around there.
169, 170 Washington.
170 Wash.
Sanya area, Boston Road, Fulton, Prospect. Like, I'm all over there. You know what I'm saying? But like most of us, I had a little challenging upbringing, so I moved around a lot. So I was between Corona, Queens, Westbury, Long Island, and in the Bronx.
Copy. You know about Children's Circle on Fulton Ave?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no question.
Just want them to know he got, we good. We good over here, man.
Yeah.
So look, let's talk about this real quick. I want to switch over to you, CJP. We got this song, 100 Murders, featuring Beanie Siegel, Freeway, and Mafi. First of all, how do you even get with these guys? Because, when you look up at the rafters in certain situations, you go to see Beanie Siegel and Freeway's jerseys up there. How did you connect with them?
You know what's crazy? It was on my boy Mafi. He had did some Fed time. He was in the Feds, and around time Siegel was in the Feds, and also a mutual friend that was connected with Benny Siegel. So that's how that connection happened. And since the connection happened, we on doing what we got to do.
I don't want to harp on it too much, but I do want to acknowledge it that both of you were incarcerated at one point.
Yes.
And the fact that you guys are here is like you guys, whatever happened, but you're not letting it hold you back.
Not at least.
You know what I'm saying? Can you talk a little bit on that journey, that part of your journey?
I went to prison at 16. For attempted murder, gang assault, conspiracy. Did 15 years straight. When in 97, I came home in 2012. During that time frame, it was a lot. I went through a lot of transitional phases, epiphany moments, and I started tapping into the music, book writing, script writing, etc. So coming home was like, okay, let me just get back to what I got to do. So when I first came home in 2012, I didn't really get back to the music first. I was like, let me go to school. I went and got my degree. I got a bachelor's in liberal arts. I put my book out, Crime and Punishment, which I'm planning to do a street series off that, get some film going with that. So yeah, prison was a learning curve for me. Met a lot of good people in there, but being here now, I realize that I have a lot of things I can help people with.
Experience-wise too.
Experience-wise, the reentry level of coming home. Carving out your own niche, how to start your own businesses, etc.
I want to talk about that in the next break too, because I think both of you can speak to this. I can speak to it in a very snapshot, small dose, but I want to know how you guys dealt with it. But first, I want to get to this fucking music. Ain't no way we gonna be up here with all these fucking bars and not play the music, man.
Let's go.
100 Murders featuring Beanie Siegel, Freeway, Mafi, CJP, is Gray Rizzy, Shade 45, Grind Setters. Gray Rizzy, we out here right now. It's another grind setter, Shade 45. What's going on? You tapped in right now with CJP along with Mafi. They got some music out. There's a project on the way. Both of you guys actually have things that are on the way. And we're going to talk to you, Mafi, in a second. Sure. But I want to just say this real quick because, there's a lot of cats who still listen to us on Shade 45 behind the walls.
Yeah.
And some people think like you come out of jail. I'm not going to put thoughts in people's heads, but I've heard this before. You come out of jail and you hit the ground running. If you have a plan. If you don't have a plan, it can be very frustrating. I remember having an experience where, you go to meet your PO for the first time. Hey, how you doing? They look at you, they don't even shake your hand. They still treat you. Sit down, fella. You know what I'm saying? They still treat you a particular way.
Big facts.
Mafia, excuse me. How did you deal with that? And how did you kind of like get past that? Because it's really all on you. It ain't on them.
It was like me, I went through a phase where I started from Sparfit to DFY to the state, then I went to the feds. And while I was in the feds was my most crucial bid away. I was there for 6.5 years. And I took that time to really, really like build myself and said, look, I'm away right now. There's a lot of things going on. I can't care about that. I need to figure out how can I come back and still be that motherfucker again without doing the same things that led to the same consequences. So it was like I had to do a lot of critical thinking. And, you know, I was a GED tutor while I was in the feds, so I had access to the internet. I was able, because my teacher, when he go on break, I was using his computer. So, you know, I was learning marketing strategies from when I come home from music. So when I came home, I immediately went to Arizona. I went to the Conservative of Recording Arts and Sciences. It's like the #1 audio engineering and production school in the country. And I got to work with Joe Morris, the drummer for Disney. I ended up recording the percussions for The Lion King, the movie. You know what I'm saying? And I sat with him and we talked a lot. And he told me, he said, listen, I could tell you're an artist. You're not going to want to bring coffee, drinks, and record Jay-Z. You want to compete with him. And I said, no, I don't. I don't want to compete with Jay-Z. He said, listen, you're competitive. I'm just saying, you don't have to be Jay-Z, but he said, you're competitive. You're not going to finish the school. Once you learn how to record yourself, once you learn some tricks with mixing and all that, you're going to want to leave. And maybe a month later, I saw him again. I was like, yo, Joe, I'm gone. He was like, already? I'm like, yeah, I'm gone, man. I went to LA and then I went to Vegas and I made my way back to the East Coast. I started on DTF Radio. Shout out to Mark. You know what I'm saying? He gave me that shot on DTF Radio. I did my thing there. Then I got with my boy Joey. We was on DTF Radio together. Then he got his Reflex Radio. I did the radio thing, podcasting. And then me and CJ, like, I was already doing music, but it was like, I wasn't so sure where I was going with the music yet. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. Fucking with CJ kind of like made me say, you know what, bro? Put your all into what you know you could do. Because I was seeing him push all the time. Like he never took a day off. So it was just like, yo, bro, you have that type of drive in you. You know how to bring that type of consistency. You got somebody that's gonna push with you. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead, let's make this shit work. And since day one, it's like we always, like when I was in Sparfit, he was on an island, so we kept missing each other. But we've come the same circle, you know what I'm saying, on some real HBO shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, when he came, like he was home before me, but when I came home, our peoples made sure, like, listen, y'all two, y'all two need to be here, and we ain't looked back since then.
Well, you know what? They're here right now too, which says a whole lot because we up here on Shade 45. I want to get to some music real quick. I know we still got something for you. We're going to talk about your project real quick. Sure. When we come back, we talking about not only the musician, the artist, the businessman, and the entrepreneur, and the speaker.
Let's go.
CJP.
All day.
Keep it locked. It's Gray Rizzy. We out here. Shade 45. Grind setters. Yes, sir. We right back at it. Gray Rizzy, we out here on Shade 45. It's another Grind Setters. CJP, New York City Rapstar. Mafi is in the building. Let me tell you something, CJP. You put a lot of pressure on yourself with a name like New York City Rapstar, but I feel like you did that on purpose because people are going to be drawn to it. But like, who the hell does this guy think he does? And automatically, they remember you.
Yep.
Because of the audacity to put that on in your name, bro.
You know what? Like, CJP is my real name, Corey Jamel Parks, right? But New York City Rapstar is a brand, and I did that because, you know, from a marketing standpoint, even people that's tourists, when they come to New York City, when they come to the city, they want to come to New York, right? And I said, you know what? Yeah, I put the balls out on my back because, you know, you got to bring heat, but you got to represent that the right way. But I feel like I can hold it down.
As long as you represent it, you back it up, then people be like, oh, all right, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Cool. Look, I do want to talk about this real quick because, like I said, speaker, entrepreneur, businessman, it's more, you talked about it as well. You have an idea of something of a book that you have and converting that into a series. Let's talk a little bit about that as well.
Well, I mean, I wrote a book called Crime and Punishment already. Dropped that in 2013. I came on in 2012. I'm looking to take that material and do some short, like movie, like film thing. You know, debut my acting, my team acting, and just put that out there because I learned today is content is king.
Always.
Right? And when I put it out back then, it's like I didn't know what to do with it. Yeah, you put it on Amazon and, you think that it's going to move that way. No, I didn't know nothing about marketing. Now I know that, if you build your own cult following and you build it up, then, you start to build a brand that way. So the good thing is that I had the material already. Mm-hmm. So that's what it's about with me with writing, different books. I'm going to have some ebooks coming out too, how-to books. Mm-hmm. One of my books is called My First Feature with a Billboard charting artist.
And I'm sure a lot of people go tap in with that.
I mean, that's one of the books I'm going to throw out soon.
But again, experiences. You're speaking to experiences.
I want to share that. I mean, how do we learn? We learn of other people's experiences.
Yeah.
Like what they did 100 years ago. Right? How do we get better? Mm-hmm. Right? So we tap into those type of aspects in order to be more successful in life.
Right. And then past that, you better apply it to yourself.
Yes.
Because if you just sit on your hands and be like, then it's just wasted information,
absolutely,
man. Wasted information. Talking about information, I want to talk about War Cry with you real quick, Mafi. Come on now. Now this is really cool too because it's something. This is a song that both of you are on. You're the feature on this song.
Yeah, I'm the feature.
But is this going to be a full project as well?
It's already out.
It's already out.
Yeah.
Okay. So talk to me about everything that's involved with this.
It's funny. All right, so War Cry is on Stimulus Pack Volume 1, No Mask. So when you look at my project, right, like even the cover for my own project, is me as a kid when I was 10 years old and I lived in the Bronx at the time. I was going through a real serious development phase, right? So when you hear Volume 1, you're hearing me. It's called No Mask because it's lined up with the pandemic.
Right.
For example, every song on there is pandemic related. Mm-hmm. You got quarantine rules, isolation order, business shutdown, PUA. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all in regard, like it's all related. It's metaphoric. Mm-hmm. But truth be told, it's just like, I was going through a phase in my life where I was making a transition from, street shit to, the jail thing and everything. And I was like, yo, look, I got to do something substantial. I don't want to come home and emulate the same things. I want to take something past image. Forget, I got the image already. You know what I'm saying? You go on YouTube, you can put my name in there, you'll see videos about all that stuff before. Mm-hmm. But now I'm trying to show really, really what I'm worth with my pen. And when War Cry came, actually, when we did that song, we were mad at each other. Because he was in the studio holding the studio down, right? We had about 30 hours for a weekend. It was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We had 30 hours. And he wanted to make sure that, somebody's there, so the engineer is working on our stuff and everything and taking care of business, which he was. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Machiavelli Beats. And, I took forever because I was coming in time just to lay my verses that we had to do. So when I showed up, he was pissed at me. He was mad. He was just like, yo, what's up? And I never finished the song that I had to do. It was my last song on my project. Mm-hmm. And he was doing 100 Murders. So I was like, you know what? I came in there. I only had about 6 bars for the 16. I went in the booth. I had to come up with everything right then and there. And he was sitting out there. He was waiting for the I know this is my boy. I know he was waiting for the opportunity to say, yo, you didn't come prepared. Because he's always prepared. Mm-hmm. So I had to freestyle it in there a little bit. And I was coming up, and I ain't gonna lie, in that song I said some crazy shit. People said, how did you come up with that? What made you think of that? It was because I was mad and beefing with this guy. And then right after I finished, he was like, oh yeah, that's how you with it. He went right in the booth after that, and I'm listening to him, and I heard him say, Dark Knight Ammunition, leave you on the ground, twitching. I said, wait a minute, what are you doing on my song? So what are you trying to do on my song, right? And I loved it. Like the energy was there. Like basically we bring each other a different type of balance to where it's like, his drive, it made me say, yo, you gotta show up. Gotta show up.
What's the cliche? Still sharp and still?
Still sharp and still. That's how it be.
Yeah, man. And I'm glad that.
And they call me the mercenary. When he wants something murdered, When he wants something destroyed,
He make that call
he come
to
and get
Mr.
me.
White.
You already
Remember that in
know.
Reservoir Dogs?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know.
Come through. He make that call.
Yeah.
Well, look, man, I know, the funny part is when we talk about shit like this, people be in their cars, they be listening on the SXM app, be like, yo, can you play the fucking song?
Yeah,
Y'all
I
done
dig.
promoted the shit. All right, I'm in. Play it. So look, before we even get into the song, I want to make sure everybody stay tapped in with you, man. Both of you have a lot going on. I
Yes.
want to start with you, CJP. What's the best way?
The best way, Instagram at New York City Rapstar, and I have a website, NewYorkCityRapstar.com. You can go on there, got merch on there. I got the Trap 81 project on there. You can get it for free. Just put in your email address and the download right to your phone. So NewYorkCityRapstar.com is a major way to hit me up, and New York City Rapstar on Instagram.
And look out for the new project coming
100 Murders, baby. It's coming
right.
out in my city. You know how it's going down. We're going to do a listening party, too.
real soon. Look out for it. Mafi, how about you?
Yeah, I mean, right now, Stimulus Pack Volume 1, No Mask.
go.
Like I said, when I say No Mask, you're getting the real me. That's out right now. But Volume 2, the cover up. Stimulus Pack Volume 2, the cover up is coming up. I got 4 volumes. You know what I'm saying? Volume 2, the cover up is coming up. It's gonna be it's gonna be heat. It's gonna be a whole different wave. You know what I'm saying?
Copy. And your Instagram. Your socials too.
Official Mafia. Official _MAFI_A. My YouTube is MAFI-A, Mafia. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere. I'm on every platform. You know what I'm saying? Stimulus Pack Volume 1, No Mask. That's out right now.
Make sure you go ahead and tap in with all that. And if you got in the car a little bit late, or you just want to run this back, you can. You could do that right now. Go ahead and get that SXM map for your iPhone, for an Android, home connected device too, Amazon Alexa, Apple TV. The app looks like this right here. Go ahead and put in their name, either CJP, New York City Rapstar, Mafia, of course, Gray Rizzy, and you can put in Shape 45. Follow me too. I need some of their followers. At Gray Rizzy, GRAYRIZZY.
Definitely go follow.
You know what
my
I'm
guy,
saying?
man. Definitely.
It's another grind setters, baby. Let's get to this war cry. Let's play it. Shade 45. Salute.